Dear listeners, my name is Anthony Clark.
And I'm Melanie Clark.
And we are
The Amazing Clarks.
We're both award-winning certified life and love coaches and a husband and wife duo that have been coaching together as a team for 24 years and that have been passionately in love for 32. They call us the Amazing Clarks because we empower people to live amazing lives.
And we're here to help you get from where you are to where you want to be in life and love. Love the Amazing Clarks is our personal love letter to all of you that love love.
That's right. So let's get this party started. The main topic today is, do you believe in love? And we're going to relate this. Once again, this is not just for couples. This is for singles, especially for singles.
It's for everyone.
For everybody. Exactly. Before we jump to that topic, let's catch up with the Clarks. So, baby, anything new and exciting you got popping that you want to share with the listeners?
Let's see what's new and exciting with me. I've really been focused on my health.
Yes, queen.
Yeah. I've been going to the doctors.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm really proud to be my age. I'm 57 and I don't take any medication. I have really good health. But I'm also aware that as I am maturing, that I really gotta be on top of my game. I've been blessed up to this point. So I've been focused on that a lot.
You've been doing a great job.
I've been doing a great job. For those of you OG listeners, I'm dealing with the whole menopause thing right now, which has been very interesting. Hormones, and it affects my energy. It affects everything. So just managing that, getting on the other side of that. My body doesn't want to give up being a mama. It thinks I'm supposed to still be having babies. And I'm like, no, we don't want that anymore.
You sure we don't want that?
Yes, I'm sure we don't want that, Anthony. Okay. We have discussed this before.
We keep giving you that invitation.
So yeah, I just been focused on that.
Could you imagine that?
No,
oh my God.
no.
Yeah, we put in our
been
dues,
there,
man. Yeah.
been there, done that. Grateful.
It was great,
but moving on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that, and then starting to kind of plan a little bit, some trips. Our youngest daughter is engaged. So we've got another wedding coming up. So just kind of trying to plan how we are going to move around this next year. We have a lot on our schedule, and then, you know, kind of getting in on the wedding planning too.
Yeah, exciting
That's what I've been focused on. How about you?
You know, I've been really focused on working out.
Yeah, you have.
And you've been working out with me. I'm still really enjoying working out with you. You've been doing amazing. You've lost like close to 20 pounds.
Yep.
And just a month or two?
Like
2
6
months.
weeks. 6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah. And so you're looking amazing. You're looking sexier than ever.
Ooh, thanks.
And I'm enjoying it.
Thanks.
Good job. And it's great to see, you know, a lot of people, they think that, once you get to a certain age that you're supposed to fall apart. And that's all programming. You know, you can look amazing at any age, people. It's all up to you. And so it's great to see you looking amazing.
Thank you.
And I'm enjoying working out as well. And I'm enjoying my results as well.
I'm enjoying my results too. I do have to say, you are enjoying my results. You've been all over my body, and I've been all over your body too. The more we work out together, the more we're like, ooh, that energy is flowing. I really think that, like, just working out together and spending time together and kind of talking about our results and focusing on them is really bringing us together in a new, interesting way.
Yes, I agree. Definitely agree. And you know what? I think that's beautiful. Especially when it comes to love and relationships, because, you know, I believe in love.
I believe in love too. Good segue, baby.
Perfect segue.
You are so good at that.
Here we go.
Yes.
So yes, jump to the main topic. Do you believe in love? Now, I'm going to run this. I'm going to lead this.
Okay.
And I was inspired to talk about this. What triggered it for me was that I was reviewing some of the comments that people were leaving on our page, those that saw us on the Black Love docuseries. And in it, we told our story about our whale story.
Right.
And a lot of people loved it, but then a lot of people came back and they were like, no, that did not happen. That's impossible. It was a lie. He set it up and this and that. And that don't bother me. I get people. I understand their brains and their minds, the way people think.
Yeah.
But what stood out for me was that I could see that their perspective was preventing them from having love, from finding love.
Yeah.
And even though most people wouldn't pick that up, they'd be like, oh, you got that out of that? Yeah, I'm a coach. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And I can see things that are in between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want love, and then we're giving them an example of how love works, of how you attract love, and they can't believe in it, they're pushing against it, of course you're not going to attract it because you're not a vibrational match to it. Mm-hmm. And so let's recap real quick. Give you guys the quick little breakdown.
I have so much to say about this. So, okay, do your recap because I'm so excited to talk about this. Go ahead.
So in a nutshell, what we talked about during the show was how when Melanie and I, we were at a crossroad in our relationship. We were still in the early stages of dating.
We were looking for a sign.
We were looking for signs. We were in love with each other, extremely in love. But I was getting ready to be shipped off to the Corrections Academy to be a state correction officer. And they were going to send me to the desert in the middle of nowhere.
You were already in the Corrections Academy.
Right. I was at the Corrections Academy.
To get a new job.
Yeah. Right. And so you had a career already in Fresno. Mm-hmm. And family was there in Fresno. And it was like we were being pulled in two separate ways, two separate directions.
Right.
And we were looking for a sign. It was like we're in love, but should we stick together and try to make this work? We're going to have distance between us. We can't see how that's going to work out. Are we supposed to just let it go or stick with it? And then you had that experience where your father passed away. Mm-hmm. And then.
So I just want to add to this. One of the reasons that we were looking for a sign, and this didn't come out on the show, is like you said, you were being pulled to leave where we were together and start a new career.
Right.
And I had never left my hometown. I had never lived in another city. At that point, I hadn't even really driven on the freeway. So I had to make this huge decision to move if I wanted to be with you. You had to make the decision to invite me. We hadn't even decided we were going to do that, but we knew that we were going to be separated. So then you were in the Corrections Academy. And I just want to say this because I look back on it and I just think it's adorable. Okay, first of all, we got to give context. This was the 90s, you guys. So there was no way that he could set this up. Okay, there were no cell phones like that. I mean, it wasn't like it is today. So Anthony was in the Corrections Academy and he couldn't talk to me whenever he wanted to. He only got certain times where he could talk on the phone. And they had this thing, call forwarding, back in the day when you had your home phone. And I would call forward my phone everywhere that I went. So if I was at my sister's house, I would call forward my phone just in case Anthony would call. This is a little bit scandalous, but I'll share. I'll be vulnerable. I even call forwarded my phone to my ex-husband's house when I would go visit my kids because I did not want to miss Anthony's call.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yes. So my point is, I really want to make it clear, the comments that are saying like, Anthony set that guy up. He had that guy meet her on the plane. There is no way that that could happen in that time. I just want to give that context. So here's what happened. So I was home and I got a call that my father was very ill. I went to the Bay Area to see him, and he was at the point, he was on life support and he was dying, and I was there alone. I had not spoke to Anthony. Anthony didn't know what was going on because he was in the Corrections Academy and I couldn't get to him. I couldn't talk to him. So I was completely on my own dealing with this loss. My family members were not involved because it was such a shock. And I was this 27-year-old woman that was put in place to make all these decisions and lose my father. So I was devastated. So when I left and I got on the plane to come back home, I had all of this stuff in my head. Like, I needed Anthony. I wanted Anthony because I needed a hug really, really bad. I was in so much pain and grief. But then I had to go home and take care of my job and my kids and all of these things. And then I'm in this relationship that's getting ready to really change drastically because he's moving away. And so I just had all of this turmoil going on at one time. So I get on the plane and this man sits next to me and he just, starts chatting me up. You know how people do on planes. And I did not want to talk to him. I'm just trying to figure out my life in my head and I'm stressing out. And remember, I wasn't this Melanie today. So I didn't know how to manage my thoughts. I was all over the place. So he says, can I ask you some questions? And I was like, no. I told him I just lost my dad and I really don't feel like talking. And he was extremely persistent. He was like, just let me ask you these 2 questions and I'll leave you alone after that. And I was like, fine. So he said, okay, first question is, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why? And I'm like, this fool, what? All right, let me just answer him so he'll leave me alone. So I knew the answer to this question. The answer was I would be an orca whale. I know a whale's a mammal, but that's my choice. So I said an orca whale because they are beautiful. They are black and white, and I'm biracial, and that's a whole thing for me. So they're very connected. They have this thing called whale song where they send out sonar and they can always connect with their babies. And I'm a mama and I love being a mama. Like, that's just my core. I have a mama heart. So yeah, that's what I would be. And that's why. And he said, okay, second question, I'll leave you alone. I was like, great. So second question was, if you could have any material possession other than money, what would it be and why? And I knew the answer to that too. The answer was I'd want my own island. I had thought about that. I had dreamt of that. So I was like, I would want my own island because I really like being alone. I love solitude. I like to be by myself and read and think and whatever. But I also like to party and I love people. So I could bring my friends and my family and have my own island to party on. That's what I would want. And he said, okay, great. Thank you for answering the questions. And then he just stopped talking to me. It was a short flight. Flight ended, got off the plane, and I never saw the guy again. That was the end of it. So I get home and I get a call from Anthony and he says, hey, I have leave. And I'm just like, oh my God, my dad passed away. And he's like, oh girl, get on a train, come to Sacramento. I have the weekend off. So I went to Sacramento to meet with you.
That was the first weekend that I had off in like weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, it had been 6 weeks since we had seen each other or really talked. We would maybe talked once every 2 weeks. They didn't let you get on the phone every week.
Right. So now you got to Sacramento. Mm-hmm. We got a hotel. You guys know what was popping in, but we won't cover that. And so then
they can imagine.
So after that, we went to the mall and was like, let's go eat. And once again, I'm in my head going, man, I love this woman, but my career is pulling me in a different direction and I need a sign. Like, are we supposed to work this out or what? And then you said, hey, this weird thing happened. I was on the plane and this guy asked me two questions and it was weird. And let me ask you the questions. Let me just see your answer. It's like, okay. And you were like, okay, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be?
And why?
And why? And I stopped and thought about it. And even though a whale is not an animal, it's a mammal, I said, an orca whale. And you were like, what? Orca whale? Wait a minute. That's what I said. You were like, wait a minute. Why'd you say that? And I was like, oh, because I like their power. They have the freedom to roam the world. They're very family oriented. But overall, it was the power, the freedom, and the family. And you were like, oh my God, this is amazing. That's what I said. Okay. And then you said, okay, if you answer this one correctly, then we are soulmates.
No pressure.
And I stopped and I was like, oh, no pressure there. And so I was like, okay, let's walk before you ask me the second question. So we started walking and I wanted to really calm my mind down. And then you said, okay, you ready? I was like, yeah, give it to me. You were like, if you could have any material possession in the world, what would that be? What would you want?
Other than money.
Other than money. And I stopped, thought about it, felt it, processed it through my spirit. And I said, I would want my own island. And you lost it. You started jumping up and down and screaming and kissing my face, and people in the mall were watching and they started clapping because they thought I proposed to you. And you're like, oh my God, that's the answer I gave. That's the answer I gave. And you're like, why did you give that answer? And I was like, well, because I like to be by myself when I want to. I love nature. I love the ocean. But then if I want family and friends to come around and hang out with me and party with me, they could come visit and then they could leave. And I could be back on my island. And you just lost it.
Yes.
And you were like, that's what I said. That's what I said. And to me, I took that as a sign, and you did too. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, hell yeah, we got to work this out. We were meant to be together. And to this day, I truly believe that was your father. Mm-hmm. Your father was orchestrating that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
And I've always had the connection to your father, even though I never met him. I always knew him. and he wanted us to be together. And so that's our whale story.
Right.
Now, once again, a lot of people, when they heard that, they thought, that's BS. He set that up. That was a setup. Now, first of all, like you said,
the 90s.
It was the 90s. So that means that I would have to know that was going to be your answer.
And you would have to know my father was going to pass away.
I would have to know that you were going to jump on a plane. I would have to know what seat you were in. I would have to get some random white guy to sit next to you. I would have to give him the questions and then assume that when you came to visit me that you would ask me those questions. Now, don't get me wrong. I play chess, not checkers. But even Anthony Clark is not that good. Amazing. And so when people left those comments, it kind of was sad. And it was sad, I realized, because they didn't believe in love.
Yeah.
They didn't believe in the magic of love. And that's how love works.
Yeah.
It shows up in ways that you will never see coming. As long as you're a vibrational match to it, it will come to you. But if you have resistance to believing in the power of love, and you're not vulnerable enough to let go and go with the flow of love, then you're not going to attract it because you're trying to control it.
Yes.
And you can't control something like that. And from our relationship from day one, when we first met, it was a bunch of things that people would be like, that was luck, or that was a weird circumstances. No, this is a universe of perfection. There are no accidents. There are no mistakes. Everything that's unfolding is unfolding for your greater good. The universe is trying to lead you to every single thing that you want and desire because it's your birthright.
Yes.
But the universe plays chess, not checkers. So you have to play chess too. And when it tells you to make a move, you got to make that move. And it's going to come in a way that you will never see coming. And so that's why I wanted to talk about that today. Yeah. I wanted to get people to realize that the energy of love, people, like they say, God works in mysterious ways. And that's a perfect example of how it works.
Well, what you're talking about is cynicism.
Yeah.
And so many people are cynical when it comes to love. And I think people become cynical because they get hurt. And so they're trying to protect themselves from pain in the future. So the way that they protect themselves is not believing in the magic of love and not flowing and setting up all kinds of guidelines and borders and hoops that you have to jump through before they will open their heart to love. And love is a risk, and you are going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt in dating. You're going to get hurt in marriage. You're going to get hurt in parenting. You're going to get hurt in all relationships because that's part of the growth. But the hurt does not define love. And so you grow from all of it, and you can't protect yourself from it. And it doesn't mean love's going to hurt all the time, but it's everything in life. It's energy, right? And energy, there's duality. There's up, there's down, there's in, there's out, there's love, there's pain. You're going to experience it all. And when you open yourself up to it, it's so worth it. It is so worth it. The yummy part of love is attached to some discomfort sometimes. And that's okay. If you're okay with that, then you can experience the magic of love. And I think one of the things that people find so inspirational about our relationship is you and I are really great at opening ourselves up to love. Like, we're not afraid of the pain of love. And when we coach people, we help them get over their fears about love. But I saw cynicism in those comments. It's people who just don't believe in the magic of the universe. And I'm with you. This is a magical universe, and we have so much power in it when we let go of our fears and we allow the magic and the flow of what life has to offer.
Exactly. The way to power is by letting go of power. The way to control is by letting go of control. And when it comes to love, and you want to attract love, and you're looking at it where you're at today and going, I don't have anything even close to that. And then you go, I want love, and that makes you feel good and in alignment. But then you go, but how am I going to get it? Because I can't see how I'm going to get from where I am to where I want to be. And then because you can't figure out the how, you give up. Now you just made yourself not a vibrational match to love. But here's how it works, people. Your job is to focus on the what, not the how. We are in partnership with the universe. We are focusing mechanisms. The universe manifests things. Most of the things you've accomplished to this life that was amazing, you didn't know how you were going to do it, but you knew what you wanted, and you went for it, you went towards it, and at the perfect time, you met the perfect people and made the perfect connections that you never saw coming. Mm-hmm. And then that led you to what you wanted. So don't try to control the how, just focus on the what. Now, sometimes you may be able to figure out the how, but in most cases you can't, because we base the how on our past experiences. And if you never had that experience before, then you have nothing to base it on. Mm-hmm. But when you go, you know what? I know what I want. I'm excited to get it, and I know I'm going to get it at the perfect time, and leave it to the universe. The universe can bring it to you in ways you can't imagine. The universe is unlimited. God is unlimited. Mm-hmm. And so when you give it to God, when you give it to the universe, when you give it to your higher self, it will bring it to you in ways that are amazing. And that's part of the fun that makes it magical. If you control the how, it's going to be too predictable if it even works. And that's not going to be exciting. Part of the fun is not knowing. Mm-hmm. It's the surprise that makes it even more exciting. I always compare it to imagine the Lakers. They said, I want to win a championship. And then the universe is like, okay, here's a trophy. There you go. You won. It's like, okay, we won and we got the trophy, but it wasn't the same. Why not? Because the excitement, what makes it really rewarding is the excitement. It's the anticipation. It's the suspense. It's how it plays out. It's the journey. Mm-hmm. And so just getting it isn't as satisfying. But when you don't see it coming, when you can't predict it, and then it comes, that's what makes it so exciting. It's not just getting a trophy. It's playing a game. And it's the ups and downs and the suspense that makes it amazing when you get it.
And I think it's having faith that it will happen for you, that you deserve it, that there are good people out there. Like, those are all the conversations that people are battling with. Like, do I deserve it? Are there any good people out there? Like, all of the trying to control it. But I want to offer this. Love is magical, and this is a magical universe. And there's so much magic that I think that we're starting to just take for granted. So, for example, childbirth is magical. It is amazing seeing, that we can create children, we can create family. I think that, attracting what we want is magical. This is such a magical universe, and there are so many magical things happening, and we just take them for granted. So I would offer to our listeners, start to ask for synchronicity, start to ask for signs, start to ask to see the more magic, because it's happening every day all around you. But if you focus on lack and you focus on cynicism and you don't have faith that it could happen for you, you're gonna miss it. So not only believe in love, but believe in the magic of love.
My name is Anthony Clark, and I believe in love.
I believe.
And that's why we got it, baby.
That's right, baby.
Right.
I love it. So I just want to thank all of you for hanging out with us. We love and appreciate you.
Yes, love every single one of you listeners.
Yes, we do. So make sure you're connecting with us over Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at The Amazing Clarks.
That's right. If you guys want to get a copy, don't forget of How to Stop Being an Irritating Person, 20 Irritating Traits that pushes people away and how to fix them, then you can download your copy at theamazingclarks.com. If you guys are interested in becoming a life coach or just want to learn some skills to life coach yourself or the other people around you, then check out our life coach training and certification course at Law of Attraction LifeCoachAcademy.com. And if you haven't got a chance to get a copy of our book, Crack the Code, Secrets to Achieving Your Happily Ever After, make sure you pick up your copy today. Yes. Available at Amazon.com. This is a bestseller. This is for singles as well as couples. And last but not least, if you want to coach with Anthony and Melanie Clark, you can coach with us via Zoom or by phone, no matter where you live around the globe. And you may even be able to coach with us in the LA area or in the North Carolina, Charlotte area if play your cards right. But to learn more, go to theamazingclarks.com or reach out to us and we got you.
Yes. And remember, to go there, you got to grow there.
There you go, people. We gave it to you. Now what you going to do with it?
Love the Amazing Clarks.
See you next time.
See you next time.